Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Ruth Talks Golf. Today's guest is Sally Touw, founder and heart and soul of Swing Sisters Golf Society. She is a true Southern California girl who loves wellness and fitness and is your favorite hype queen. We sat down to talk about her experiences as a cart girl and what pushed her to start Swing Sisters Golf Society. I really enjoyed hanging out with Sally and getting to know her, and I hope you do too. So let's start the episode. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Ruth Talks Golf. Today's guest is the amazing Sally Touw from Swing Sisters Golf Society. Sally, we are here at Monarch Beach. What can you tell us about this space here?
Monarch Beach is one of my favorite golf courses in Orange County. I put on clinics here monthly with the most awesome coach. Shout out to Jackie Regal here at Monarch Beach Golf Links. You're the best. And yeah, I love playing this course. It's beautiful scenery. Hole 3 sits on the ocean.
Ooh.
So it's the famous ocean hole. And I wanted to film here because why not?
Why not? It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful day. It's a little overcast, but sunny overall. So thank you for being on the podcast. I was fortunate enough to meet you. Was that this year or last? No, last year. Last year.
I'll never forget when we met. You were gonna come to a Swing Sister event, which was my second event. My first one was here at Monarch Beach Golf Links. My second one was at Arrowwood Golf Course in Oceanside, California, where I used to work as a beverage cart girl and a bartender server. That is where my golf journey began, and it is where I met my ex.
Who? Your ex who?
I mean, he's a good guy.
Just didn't work out.
But that's fine. Where we met, and yeah.
Okay.
So anyways,
yeah.
I remember you coming to the event,
yeah.
And I was a little sad because I was going through a breakup, and you were there, and being a genuine, true, authentic person to me, and just we've connected ever since.
We did,
and I really appreciate that.
Aww.
You're an awesome person.
And you're an awesome person, Sally. I was fortunate enough to be sent out by the SCGA. I'm sure many of you have seen that reel. That reel came from the heart, honestly. I didn't know what to expect coming in and meeting everyone. I knew it was going to be a fun club, for women, but I think from that moment on, I was like, oh, this is sisterhood. This is what that means. And the fact that, you were so comfortable sharing what was going on, I think really highlighted for me, when you say sisterhood, you really mean it. And I think you're providing a great space.
Thank you.
For the ladies.
I truly feel like with vulnerability comes strength. You have to be strong to be vulnerable and open up to people that you might not know, but then the people that stick with you, those are your people. And I absolutely love Swing Sisters Golf Society, all the women in it. You guys are incredible. And when that reel was released, basically everything that I wanted Swing Sisters Golf Society to embody, you had said on the video. You had, what's the word I could use? Stumbling.
I think it was easy to do because you provided the space for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'd really love to, I know you mentioned kind of what you were doing before golf, but I'd really love to hear what inspired Swing Sisters? How did you get started in golf? What age did you start golfing? All that good stuff, so that we can inspire maybe someone who's feeling like they want to do something too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, working on the golf course, that's where my golf journey really began. I grew up with golf in my life because my grandfather was an avid golfer.
Ooh.
He was in the men's club at Canyon Lake Country Club in the city in which I grew up in. So every holiday when we were spending time as a family, my grandfather had the golf competitions on. He was watching the Masters and all the things, and I never really like thought too much about it, just that he loved it. And then when I was 14 years old, he took me to the driving range for the first time, and that was the first time I actually hit a ball, but I didn't end up start golfing until I worked at Arrowwood, which fast forward to I think I started golfing in 2018. I started working there in 2017. So I dabbled a little and kind of like took a lot of breaks. And then I really amped up my golf game in 2021. That's when I became consistent, and that's when I really just started playing all the time, and that's when I started working for another golf company.
So now with that golf company, you obviously gained some experience there, and that kind of moved you forward to starting your own.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I started a chapter of another club in Orange County. I was moving from San Diego, and I was moving to a city in which I didn't know anyone. And I know how important community is, and I had this golf bug, this crazy addiction. And as a cart girl, working on the golf course, saw nothing but men out there all the time. It was very seldom I saw a foursome of women, unless it was the ladies' club. And I just thought in my head, this needs to change. It's so much fun to be out here, and there needs to be more women out doing this. And as a cart girl, I worked at the course in 2020, and I saw I felt like I was the start of the evolution of golf, and women getting into the game, needing to get out of the house. And so I decided to start my own golf community through another brand in 2021, and last year decided to go off on my own and start Swing Sisters Golf Society, just because I felt like I needed to stay in alignment with myself and my own vision, and we all have a different vision, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what I did.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
That you were able to take this idea and run with it, because it's a lot of work, I imagine.
It is a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, but when you have a passion for something and it gives you more purpose, it makes it easier. Mm-hmm. You know, like the Monday day-to-day things, they can get boring, but when you come to an event and women are smiling and they're connecting and they're exchanging phone numbers, and they have way more women to enjoy this beautiful game with, it really just fills your cup. It's like overflowing. After an event, I'm just on cloud 9.
Right.
So it makes all of the day-to-day things worth it in the end, you know, because at the end of the day, I want to grow the game, and this is how I do it, right? I provide a safe space for women to come enjoy themselves and feel safe and have a good time. No judgment, all skill levels, and yeah.
Yeah, I do love that, and I see that with your club, and I've heard nothing but good things from those that, I have friends in the club. I'm hoping to join too as well, because boy, you guys have a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I think one of the things that I'm drawn to in a lot of the women is you guys do a lot of traveling. A lot of traveling golf.
Yes.
You've done a few. You just recently did Palm Springs.
Yes.
Where else were you?
So last winter we took on Sedona, and we played Sedona Golf Resort and Oak Creek Country Club. I put on my first golf and wellness retreat. I'm a big advocate for health and wellness and fitness. If you follow me on Instagram, you can see that.
Buff lady. She will beat you up.
Doing the pull-ups.
Is that a 6-pack I see? A 10-pack?
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm just more so, I'm a huge mental health advocate. So with that comes wellness and fitness and your overall health. And golf, to me, really plays a part in our mental health, because it's such a mental game. And I don't know about you, but when I'm on the golf course, it's a form of meditation, right?
I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we did a Sedona Golf Resort Wellness Retreat at Oak Creek Country Club too. We stayed at the Hilton Bell Rock out there, and we had about 14 ladies travel with us, and a lot of the ladies didn't know each other. They were all members because, yes, our members are widespread. They're from, I have Northern California member, I have LA members, Orange County, San Diego. I even have a member in all the way across the country. So
oh my goodness.
They all kind of came together for that event, and we ended after 2 days of golf, we ended it with women's empowerment and yoga. So we started with the yoga, and then my good friend and member, Dr. Lori Ochoa, she's a behavioral analyst and a personal development coach. She did a wonderful little circle where the ladies, we were able to speak of our goals and open up to one another. And so we left Sedona just feeling like this huge release and ready to just go back to our day-to-day lives. And that's exactly what I wanted to happen. And I was just so happy we were able to make that happen. And I cannot wait to do it again, which we are going to do it again at a different, well, possibly the same location. I'm bouncing back and forth between a few different locations for the next golf and wellness retreat.
That's pretty exciting. Yeah, I saw the footage and the photos that all of the girls were sharing, and I definitely had FOMO. It looked wonderful. Just like I feel like women, kind of what you said, providing a space for wellness. I think women do need to have a little escape sometimes and focus on themselves every now and then.
No, they definitely do.
Yeah.
Especially all those moms out there, you know, they don't.
A lot of mom golfers, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They don't get a second to themselves. Whether a lot of moms now are working and juggling their children, and that's why golf is amazing too. It provides a hobby for them to go and enjoy and just relax for the day, you know? So we never leave a trip not ready for the next one. Last weekend was Palm Springs. We played Ascena Golf Course 2 days in a row, and we just had a ball. We had the best Airbnb. It's called Escape Palm Springs, and you guys got to check it out. If you're planning a girls or guys golf trip, it's such an amazing place to stay with a pool, huge putting green, large property on a corner lot, and that's hard to find in Palm Springs. So we were able to fully enjoy the property, have fun golfing. We karaoke till 1:30 in the morning. So yeah, good times at our golf club for sure, all the time.
I love that. So you mentioned you have ladies kind of all over the country. What would you say is like the demographic of your members?
Oh my goodness. I would say a lot of millennial golfers, but we do have golfers, I would say from our average, it's probably around 40. But we're anywhere from, some women are in their late 20s all the way to 60s. I think it's more about like, is this tribe your vibe? Because age is just a number. So don't let that deter you if you're, younger or older. Like, we all have similar energies regardless of age, right? And I also forgot to mention I have a chapter in Florida.
Which, dang.
It's because I had too much fun in Palm Springs last weekend. And my bestie, Audra McNabney, she leads that chapter. And she's done such an amazing job, and we are growing membership in Florida and Panama City Beach. So that's been really fun. We're not even a year in, and I just can't believe how much has happened in the last 9 months.
Yeah.
So
that's a lot, yeah.
Yeah, it is a lot.
That is a sign of, you running a successful group and crew. For sure, yeah. And what about skill levels? Are they all around the same skill level of golf? Do you have beginners, more advanced?
We have it all. To be quite honest, when I run tournaments, I always put the more skilled golfers in the front, and then in the back I have like the no handicaps, just because that allows everyone to have a good time and enjoy themselves. And if you're a no handicap, you don't want to play with a 2 handicap. It's not as fun. So I'm a very intuitive person naturally. So when I go to do pairings, I don't just pair people up. I take into a lot of consideration of not only their skill level, but I take in consideration of who they are and who they would get along with. And I like love that typically it works out really well, and people are like, wow, I can't believe you paired me with this. This happened at our last tournament at Coronado Island. I paired two women who have never played together, and they crushed it. They won the tournament, and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I never golfed with her before. But each event is a different turnover of women. You can either make that day or you can't, so you never know. So it just makes me really happy to know that the women have a good time and leave with a new connection and a new golf partner.
Yeah, that's smart, that you're allowing kind of like, I guess, inclusivity when it comes to beginner golfers, because I know there's so many new players coming into the game.
Absolutely.
And sometimes me as a beginner, it's nice to feel like, not that I'm being taken care of, but that I'm taken into consideration.
Yes.
And so are the other members and players.
Right.
So you taking that time to strategize and, form certain groups and pairings totally makes sense. And that's something I'm going to take away from you, because I'm like, I would love to do a tournament myself, but I've never hosted a tournament.
Yeah.
But I do think about those things, because there are people who are maybe more advanced, more beginners, and you don't want to slow anyone down or force anyone to, I guess, play too quickly or feel rushed and uncomfortable. So that's a good strategy. Yeah.
Well, you have to be mindful. Like we said, going back to the fact that golf is a mental game. You don't want to mess with anyone's mental game where they either have anxiety that they're not playing fast enough, or they have anxiety because they are playing with someone they wish would go a little faster.
Right.
That this game, and it just there's a ton of personalities playing it, and so that's why it's really important to get the right partners and play with the right people. And be mindful of that. And there's no harm, no foul if you don't want to keep score. The most important thing about golf is knowing how this game is played, that there is etiquette, there are rules on the golf course, and you can adhere to those rules and have a really fun time out there. You don't have to hit every shot. You can pick up your ball and throw it, or drive your cart up like 100 yards and go drop it there, and you'll have more fun. You don't want to hit every shot when you start. I know at me, I would it's exhausting. You just want to drive around and I would skip holes.
And some people are more so there for the social aspect of the round, but also there are people who are more competitive. So I think that's sage advice to say, just keep up with the pace.
Yeah. Exactly. It doesn't matter if you are highly competitive, type A, just want to, play as fast as possible and bomb those drives, and I get that. I'm kind of in the middle when it comes to that kind of stuff. I like to have fun. I'm athletic, so I like to play well, but if I'm not playing well, I'm not going to let it ruin my day.
That's so important.
I'm just like, oh, whatever. I'm here with my girls. Yeah. Look at this beautiful scenery that we get to do this. Not everybody gets to do this. And so I think that's really important to keep that in your mindset when you're playing golf.
Yeah.
Just chill out.
Chill out. There's so many people I watch online. I'm like, just take a deep breath. It's okay. It's just a game. But it's not just a game for some people, I guess. I don't know. So is your club heavy on tournaments? Is that the main focus?
We do tournaments every month. So we do a tournament every single month, and clinics. Clinics, okay. I think it's really important to constantly be honing in on your skills or learning the game. We have a clinic here, April 27th with Jackie. It's first timers and beginners. So it's for anybody who's never picked up a club And if you don't own clubs, we will provide them to maybe someone who has been playing for a few years and just wants to come back and get back to the basics, because sometimes we lose those habits and we just, we need a good reminder. So I have some people that want to, hey, can I play in your beginner clinic, even though they might be a little more intermediate? It's like, yeah, of course. That's totally fine. So yeah.
That's good. Beginner clinics. Do you offer any other type of clinics?
Yes, we have an intermediate advanced clinics that we do too.
So that's for someone that has been playing, or okay.
Someone who's been playing for a little while is a little more comfortable in their swing. And we go out on the golf course and typically work on short game. We will work on the driver as well. I think the next one it will be emphasis on the driver and putting, and it will be here. The date is TBD.
TBD. Stay tuned.
Probably sometime in May or June.
Okay, just around the corner.
Yes.
Yeah. That's good. Another thing I wanted to bring up about your outings and events is your goodie bags. She gives out the best goodie bags. How do you do it? What's the idea there? Like, how do you come up with these things?
I just am always reaching out to companies looking for sponsorship, and to me it's really important to provide value to my events, and that's just how I think about it. Is who doesn't like to go to an event and get a good goodie bag?
It's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's cute.
Fun, and things in that goodie bag that you can utilize during your round of golf. So I try to pack it full as much as I can. Some are better than others. Sometimes it just depends on what I have to offer that day, but I think I do a pretty good job at it.
You do a good job.
I'm a giver.
Yeah.
I love to give, so I'm like, oh, what all can I give these ladies?
Yeah.
I get excited about it.
You have a lot of good stuff, a lot of stuff that makes sense. So are these mostly like sponsorships, or just someone a brand you've connected with that wants to support in some way?
Yeah, something about me is I'm in constant connection with brands and people, basically, over social media. So that's just like organically happens. A lot of times I get reached out to for my personal Instagram, and I will segue that I founded a golf club, and I would love to show your product. I'll cross market your product in my personal IG and my Swing Sisters Golf Society.
Smart.
Because to me it's not more so about me, it's more so about what can I provide the women. So I make sure like that comes first.
Yeah.
But because my following is larger than Swing Sisters right now, I'm like, I'll cross market these products and such.
That's smart way of networking.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I do see, I've seen you rep some clothing brands, apparel brands. Are you an ambassador to any brands?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am an ambassador to quite a few brands.
Okay.
I'm wearing the For All Members Only jacket.
It is Masters Week, by the way.
It is Masters Week. That is why I decided to go green, and I'm wearing one of their polos. I am an ambassador for All. I have a code for them. I also am an ambassador for Golf Teeny. I absolutely love Susan, the founder of Golf Teeny. I love what she represents as well. And breast cancer awareness, she's huge on that. That's why all of her little martini glasses on her her clothing are pink, representing breast cancer awareness.
I had no idea.
And she actually is somebody who's paved the way for so many women in this industry. She's been in business for 20 years, which golf just started becoming more popular for women in the last 5. So it's really cool to know her story, and we've connected because of that. And I rep Golf Teeny. There's so many more that I can name off the top of my head too. I love the ladies at Evergreen Active. Jessica, the founder, is an amazing woman as well. She's out of Utah. And then Birdie Girl Golf. She's an accessory brand. She's been around.
Yeah, ball markers. Oh,
Sassy AF.
sassy. Yeah,
Ball
very
markers.
cool.
Yes.
There's a few that come to mind that I won't say.
Oh, just say
What
it.
does it say? Oh, let me see.
There's Bad. Can I cuss?
Yeah, you can guess.
Bad Bitch Country Club. That's one of my favorite ones.
I need that.
I think we should start a country club that's called Bad Bitch Country Club.
Country. I would love that.
And it's a 12-hole golf course.
Oh my god.
Six
That's
and
just
six.
right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be just right? All right,
Just
someone's gonna
right.
take our idea.
Right? Patent pending.
But yeah, shout out to her and Smoke Show Golf, Brooke, and these are like, I only align myself with women I get to know and people, brands that I'm in align with personally. So
I was gonna ask you, like, how do you go about, wanting to collaborate with these brands? Is there something you look for?
it happens organically. They'll reach out, and we just will vibe, and I just want to support them and they want to support me. And all of these ladies have been supporting me in my journey since the start pretty much. And they're just good people. And that's really, really important, to align yourself with women who empower other women and want to see you succeed. And so that's been a really, really cool piece of starting this Swing Sisters and being in the golf industry. I'm surrounded by the most incredible women I've ever met, including yourself.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Sally.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it happens organically. I'm just a people person, and to me, it's really important to form strong relationships with like-minded people.
That's so cool. And I love that your members get to benefit from those collaborations that you do.
Yeah, definitely.
Would you ever, I know it's a lot of work, but would you ever consider like starting your own, whether like apparel brand, accessory brand, anything like that?
Possibly in the future. I would love to have more merchandise for Swing Sisters, to be honest. But yes, I would be open to that possibly in the future. I do have a background in retail.
Oh, nice.
Yep, I've dabbled in that. For a while I did. So it is something, I love fashion.
Yes, you're always on point with your looks.
Thank you.
Yeah, including, can we look at the shoes? I love these shoes.
Thank
the whole
you.
Outfit.
Thank you. I love your outfit too.
It's very like, I don't know.
It's giving.
Is it Britney Spears?
It's giving Britney Spears.
I just see the like buns right here.
I love it.
So
you better work, bitch.
I know. I'm always putting that song on, and that's your what's it called? Walk-in song?
Yes,
the walk-up song.
That is my walk-up song. You better work, bitch. I'm a sassy girl. You know this.
Yeah, definitely a little on the sassy side.
Silly, sassy.
Yeah. So after starting Swing Sisters, you got that up and running. It's doing great now.
Right.
Like, is there anything else you're focused on currently?
Yes, I am. I have some things I'm working on currently as well, like doing a whole new career change on the side. Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
Golf related, or
it's non-golf related.
Okay.
So I've worked in the golf industry for 9 years, and that's all I've known. So I wanted to challenge myself and try something new. And that's what I'm doing on the side.
Oh man.
Yeah. But yeah.
That's good.
Thank you.
New beginnings are always
new beginnings.
Good. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Won't take away from your golf, will it? Hopefully not.
Maybe a little bit, but it's okay.
I know.
I'll sneak out.
Yeah.
I'll sneak out and get some holes in here and there.
No, so many of us, in the golf scene, it may look like all we do is golf, but a lot of us have our jobs, our careers.
Absolutely.
And, can't stray away from that because, then I can't play golf.
How are you gonna fund it?
Yeah.
How are you gonna fund your expensive habit?
Yeah. So it's always interesting to hear like what people are doing like in their real life.
What about you, Ruth?
My job is boring, if that's what you're. Well, no, it's not boring. It's a lot. And it's one of the reasons I golf. It's because I work for the public domain in social services. So I feel you when you say golf is therapy and therapeutic, because to me, golf is therapy. I'm privileged enough to get, to escape my Monday through Thursday and show up on the course and forget about everything I've been through or have dealt with the families I serve. So I'm never gonna let golf go. I'll always find a way to carve some time for it, for sure. Yeah,
I agree. Golf, it saves lives. That sounds so cliche, but it really does. I've heard that story time and time again. I mean, for me, I don't want to give my breakup too much space because, to be honest, it was a really
we've moved on.
We've moved on. Like we're in a good space right now. Sally is happy, but golf is something that I was able to continue to do with the women that I love and just be in nature, and it helps your mental health so much. So the gym and golf are my recipe for happiness.
That's really good, yeah.
Maybe some dancing here and there.
Yeah, you've been doing some dancing too.
Gone on a couple fun
That's fun.
Dancing excursions.
Yeah.
Yes, girl.
Can't wait to see that. Yeah, I think for me too, I didn't experience the breakup, but we experienced something heavy, in our family, and I needed to get away and find my own activity to do and focus in, and now I don't know how long have I been golfing? Almost 3 years later, and I'm still hanging around and having fun and meeting wonderful people, and it's been so great.
I love that. No, I love that so much, and it's really cool to see the growth with people in the sport like yourself. Watching, I played with you at Arrowwood, and now I'm watching your swing, and it's improved so much.
It's still atrocious.
No, it's not.
We're getting there.
It is not atrocious, but that's just you in your own head, and I feel the same way too. Sometimes you're like, oh, your swing has come so far, it looks so good. But we know this game, right? And we know how what a pro looks like. But then again, we shouldn't be comparing ourselves to them. But it's really cool because a lot of the women, I mean, like Audrey from Tropicana Girls, for example, I was there in the beginning of her golf journey, and
that's right.
Yes, and I'm just watching the evolution of her swing, and then her going out and being the leader of the Tropicana Girls and doing all of that. It's just really cool, and we got each other's back. You know what I mean? We champion each other, you're doing a great job, or if we have questions, we just confide in each other, and I just think that's really, really important.
Yeah.
We shouldn't look at other women as competition, rather than we should just look at it as let's empower one another, just love on each other.
I agree. Completely agree. It's already, this sport is already not, or has been notorious for not being so female friendly. Right. So why not support each other along the way? There's plenty of room for all of us. The guys have so much room, right? So many clubs, so many brands, so many all kinds of things. There's definitely room for the ladies and everyone else.
I will say the ladies have more fun though. I have men reaching out to me, I want to join your events. They look so much more fun than the dudes I golf with. I'm like, well.
Why do you think that is? Because I also hear that too.
I think women are nicer to each other. I think that men are harder on each other, and they play they
a lot of
talk a lot of shit.
Talking goes on,
Yeah, they and it's funny. It can be funny at times, but I'm sure it's wearing too. And we're we hit a shot and we're like, whoa!
We will clap no matter the shot.
Exactly.
We will clap and cheer each other on.
We find something positive out of the situation.
Yeah, life is already hard.
It is.
Why make it harder when you want to have fun?
Absolutely, I agree, 100%.
Yeah. Do you have any co-ed plans? Is that something? I know, as you mentioned, a lot of men want to want in on the fun.
They do, and I do want to encourage when we do have co-ed events, please sign up. As a single or, with your significant other. I'm planning on doing a co-ed event in May and partnering with a local nonprofit for that event, like I did in February. We did a Sweetheart golf event, co-ed, and partnered with Team Nigu with the Jesse Reese Foundation. And that was awesome. I was able to go to their gala. And it's a really great nonprofit. So yeah.
That's so nice.
I wanted to make sure that my golf club, like, we could do our part in giving back to the community as well. And this is why I will continue to partner with local charities and such.
Oh, I love that so much.
Yeah.
That's so important to be able to give back in whatever way you can.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be a ton, whatever capacity you can. And so that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay.
Just bringing more awareness.
So that event you had, that was co-ed as well? Okay. Yeah. Is the energy different? I'm curious.
Yeah. A little bit. I would say it is a little bit different, but yeah. I mean, it's
still
not
fun.
It's still fun.
Yeah.
It's still our ladies, and they're bringing their men, and it's a really good time. The guys really enjoy it too.
Yeah. I think they finally get to let loose.
Yeah, I think it's a little different for them.
Yeah.
Being at our events, as opposed to maybe men only.
Men only. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of competition. Money on the line.
Money on the line.
Is there ever money on the line with Swing Sisters? And does anyone pay for, or play for money? Anything like that?
You know what? That's fun. That's a good question. We haven't done anything, and I would like to. Just like play some skins games.
Yeah.
So thank you for the reminder.
Yeah.
But I haven't personally. I just try to have fun. I don't think I'm good enough to be betting money.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Maybe we could bet for triple bogies or something. Like if someone gets a triple bogey, you have to put some money in.
That's $5.
I would be broke. I'm just kidding.
That's funny. Okay, cool. Well, I definitely like what you're doing. Now you mentioned being a cart girl. I'm curious because we've seen memes and reels and just kind of content out there regarding either being a cart girl or interacting with a cart girl. So what was your experience like? I'm curious.
Okay, my experience was it was a really fun job. It could be exhausting. Like I said, when I would drive around the golf course all day long, I was just interacting with men the whole time. And I would say most of them were really polite and awesome and golfers. And then there was that small percentage of them that just go out there and, they wreak havoc. They get too close to you. They think they can put their hand on you. Or I've had to 86 guys from the course I worked at. I didn't 86 them, but report them. And I think it's really important, if you are a cart girl or you want to be a cart girl, make sure that the company you work for has your back and they're not going to allow harassment, because it happens a lot. And it's not happening from every guy on the course, but I mean, it's happening enough because there's always that one guy, like every day, that you have to deal with. And it compounds and it gets exhausting. So I was really sassy though. I was really good with dealing with it.
I could picture you saying some stuff back.
I definitely can handle myself. But that doesn't mean that I need to take that and that any other woman needs to be talked to or, smacked in the ass with a club or whatever it is these guys think that they can do. But yeah, so I know there's other girls out there that are young and they're out there driving around, and be safe.
Be safe. Wear sunblock too. Gosh, all that sunlight.
I know. Yeah.
It's always exciting, like when we're playing, seeing a cart girl, because there's like that camaraderie of like, hey, another girl.
Yep.
So it's always fun to say hi, buy some shots, tip them well, and wish them a good day.
I always do that.
Yeah.
Well, especially because I was one, and I'm like, giving them tips on how to make more money because I was very aggressive. I was an aggressive cart girl. I would make sure they knew they weren't going to see me for a while and they were going to get loaded up.
Might as well. Might as well, right?
Otherwise, they think they're going to see a cart girl like 15 times during the round, and you literally will see them once or twice.
Yeah, on average, maybe twice.
Yeah.
But it's a huge course. You got to visit all kinds of people.
A whole tee sheet with 200 and something plus players throughout the day, and you have to stop at everyone. So it takes a really long time to get around. You have to reload the cart. So, yeah, if you see a cart girl, load up, bro.
Load up and tip well. Take care of her, she'll take care of you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What is like the number one drink, if you can remember from your time? Like, what was like the type of drinks that people would order?
I think the most ordered drinks, well, obviously cocktails. Towards the tail end of my cart girl experience, transfusions became really popular, which I know those are so popular now. It's crazy. It's so funny.
What is that? That's
it's
vodka?
It's vodka, soda, grape juice, and like a little bit of ginger beer.
Oh yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, it is.
Moscow mules were big out there. I made a mean Bloody Mary.
Ooh, I love.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
And I would, as a cart girl, I would make my own drink specials, just so I could pump those out. Like,
smart.
So I'd be like, today we're going to do a skinny marg, or we're going to do like this specific tequila drink or vodka drink, and make it more fun. Maybe around the holidays, maybe like, St. Patty's, bring some green dye for the beer. But yeah, I think most dudes drink a lot of beer out there. 6-packs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is cool.
I mean, you can't do too much on the cart, but yeah.
Okay.
So,
how about snacks? Any snacks that people would buy?
Yeah, the biggest sellers was like the First Tea bars. As a protein bar, and then probably like chips. And so another thing I would do was I bought my own warmer, food warmer, and I would get hot dogs from inside and have them make me like 5 of them, and then I would wrap them in a paper towel and then wrap that with aluminum foil and stick them in there, just because guys always want a glizzy out there on the golf course, and it was just faster. And I'd also have sandwiches in my cart as well. Like, the more prepared you are, the more you're going to sell, the more money you're going to make.
That's true. The more you have to offer, they can get it from you right then and there.
Yeah.
So smart.
And I'm going to have some First Tee bars at the next events for Swing Sisters because I just got them to sponsor today. So, yeah.
Awesome. That's so cool.
If anyone's looking to get sponsored for events like yourself, I mean, you get 0 of the shots that you don't take, right? So just reach out. Yeah. It's no harm, no foul if you just reach out and ask, hey, I'm having this event. Can you, donate or sponsor,
Yeah.
So
I know I myself hesitate because I feel like I don't have that large of a following, and I know a lot of, brands want to see more so the numbers you carry than sometimes maybe engagement or interaction. So yeah, that's a good piece of advice. Do you reach out like on social media? Do you get a contact number?
Typically I reach out on social media, and or I'll find an email. Social media has been the best way, I would say.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Write that down. Somebody write that down.
Yeah.
Awesome. So other than being a cart girl, you mentioned being in golf for 9 years. Is that kind of just, like, what was that about? Is that just something you fell into, or is something you wanted to be in?
I fell into it. It's my journey just started getting hired as a beverage cart girl, and that's where it all began. So after I stopped working as a beverage cart girl, I started working in the golf charity world, doing sales and building out players packages and putting on contests at a ton of tournaments yearly. So I'm just transitioning out of that because it was an exhausting job. Not the booking and the selling. It was, I worked the events personally.
Oh gosh. So behind the scenes and
yes, I was yes, exactly. Yeah. So it was almost like working a trade show every weekend, which is absolutely exhausting. And I knew I couldn't do that forever. I knew I needed to do something else, and it was a great experience. It taught me so much. But yeah, I'm ready for the next thing. You know?
Yeah. With tournaments, just me being curious, for someone who, like myself, who wants to host a tournament, what would you say are like the things that need to be focused on? Like, what makes for a good tournament?
What type of tournament are you looking? Like more so a fun tournament, or
I think so.
Like a charity? Would you want to, because it just depends. If you want to attach a charity to it, you can bring in a lot more sponsors, bigger sponsors. And then if it's more so like a tournament like I put on, like monthly, my focus is just really making sure the ladies have a fun time. I don't, so it's separate. Right? Okay. Like if you want to put on a bigger tournament, like a charity event, I think it's important to have like contest holes and people out there on the holes doing like...
Oh, like vendors?
Vendors.
Oh, okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So that's really popular in the charity world.
Yeah. I think I would eventually like to move into like charity tournaments because there's a few things in my personal life that I would love to raise funds for.
Absolutely.
I think that might take me time to build up to. So I think something like a social round might be somewhere to start, right? Something that I can might be a little bit more manageable for someone like me.
Yeah, definitely. I think that having a fun theme is always fun, right? The ladies love to get dressed up.
Yeah, you always have themes.
I always have a theme. And having a good goodie bag is really important. And yeah, just making sure everyone's having a good time. If I'm not playing in the tournament personally, I think it's really cool to have someone driving around and just checking on everyone and getting some fun photos really quick. Being mindful of the pace of play and where you're taking those photos, but just, you know, a lot of people are in the moment and they're thinking of the pace or whatnot, and like it's good to have those memories taken on the course with photo and video. And yeah, I think that there's not a lot of pressure on anything, that just making sure everyone's having a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe having brunch before or something afterwards where everyone can connect again, because everyone's out on the course all day long and not everyone gets to hang out. You just get to be with your foursome, so it's really cool. Like in Palm Springs, we had brunch before the round and we all just sat at a big table and we just conversed and got to know each other, because there's always a new person or a couple new people like need to get acclimated to the group. And I think that just making sure everyone feels comfortable is like the most important thing, because then they're gonna have fun. Because golf is hard, you know that.
It's so hard.
and then women can be intimidating, and I always tell people, do not be afraid to sign up for one of my events or any other events. As a single, you will be shocked by how welcomed you are and how much fun you will have. I haven't had anyone leave an event of mine upset, ever.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I do agree with you. People need to feel taken care of, you know, especially for someone who might be intimidated to join in as a single. Yeah,
absolutely.
It's scary.
Yeah.
You're spending hours with strangers and you're performing in front of them, and if you're not that good, or, you know, you're concerned with how you're playing, that can take a toll.
Well, women are nurturing by nature.
Yeah.
So it's like a woman comes in and you can feel a lot of times, like, I don't know, you can feel if they're feeling a little overwhelmed in the moment, or they have some anxiety hitting a ball in front of new people. And I think that because women are like nurturing by nature, we're like, no, it's okay. Like, don't worry about it. And we, you know, make comforting. So I think that's a big piece too with the difference between like women and men golfing. No offense, guys.
Yeah,
I
no
know
offense.
some of you are amazing. Most of you are amazing humans, and you guys provide safe spaces too. But
Yeah.
for women, it's just,
It's a little different.
it is a little different.
We're big on hugs.
Yeah,
A lot of us are. And just being supportive overall.
absolutely.
I'm curious about your themes. Like, how do you come up with these great themes? I think not too long ago I saw, was it like a cowboy theme?
Cowgirl theme?
Cowgirl theme, yeah.
Well,
Which
I mean,
Carmen, I have to say, was probably the best dressed. Shout out to Carmen.
shout out to Carmen
she's
because
always on
she
point.
went full 10 out of 10. I said, Carmen, did you purchase that head cover just for today?
yeah.
She said yes.
Oh my gosh.
Like, she's like riding around her driver with a horse head cover. Yeah, she looked,
cute.
everyone looked so cute. I would say, well, a lot of themes I've seen done before. Okay, so that theme I've seen done before from another golf group, and it was so cute. So obviously I wanted to transfer that over, and it looks like a fun time. So yeah, and I just try to keep with the holidays, you know, keep the themes kind of.
Oh, yeah, I saw your St. Patrick's Day was a theme.
Yeah, we
day.
did that in Florida. We did that in Florida, not here, but we did. What did we do? Oh, that was my cowgirl month, and we did a New Year's theme, just like black, gold, and silver.
Yeah.
Just fun.
It's fun, right?
Christmas. Yeah, we.
And most of the girls are down for that. They're excited about. I mean, I'm sure you don't require it, but for the most part, you know, people kind of want to dress up, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of.
I mean, and there's always like the odd one out or a couple that just like no, I want to wear this cute golf outfit instead.
And that's fine. Yeah.
It's fine,
yeah.
but sometimes I get provided polos and I'm like, you're gonna put this on for a picture?
Hey, you gotta get that photo.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's so cool.
Yes.
So what else is in store for either Swing Sisters or for Sally?
Oh my goodness.
What are you focused on?
The world is my oyster.
It is. Yeah.
I'm focused on just making sure I continue to create an amazing experience for the women in the club, for Southern California, for Florida. I would love to continue to grow throughout the country, but that's the only thing is I want to make sure that I really have it down with the clubs that we have now and take care of them so that we could grow in the future. I do have people wanting to start clubs in other states and cities, and I'm definitely open to that if you're watching this right now. But I definitely feel like it's important to keep the vibe throughout because I've been asked, like, eventually, do you want a franchise or whatnot? And maybe, but at this point, I just want to make sure that each Swing Sisters chapter, wherever it may be, is continuing the good vibes, because there's good vibes only.
Good vibes only. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
How many members are you at now?
That's a good question.
A ton.
Like over 100. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a lot.
In less than a year. I mean, it's pretty exciting. So, yeah, let's keep growing.
Yeah. And you're based right now, I know you mentioned the Florida chapter, but are you mostly like
SoCal. I mean, there's other groups that do it differently, and they have a chapter here. Our women love to travel and golf, right? So I guess that's a specific kind of golfer who doesn't mind driving from OC to San Diego or LA to IE, like. Which has happened. I've had women drive from Los Angeles to Hidden Valley and Corona to come, or Norco to come golf with us, because what you will notice when you come to golf the courses that I choose is that they're really special. I try to choose courses that are really cool, like that maybe you wouldn't have thought of or you've never golfed at. And so I get good feedback in that. And that's why I don't have like specific chapters. I personally love that I can go each month, I'll go to a different city and golf in a different place. And that's why our members are all throughout Southern California.
And they will all travel for golf.
Most of them, yeah, definitely.
I'm curious, where are you guys traveling to next? Is there anything?
Yeah, so Orange County will be for May. I'm still confirming the time and date. And then June, we're going to go to, Temecula. So every summer I do a really fun 9 holes of golf. Please come.
Yes.
And we do a wine tour.
Oh,
yes, and I want this event to be bigger this year than it was the last couple of years. There's a really cool semi bus that I can hire that is all open windows. It's literally a semi. And no, it has table. It's large and in charge, so you can literally sit in there.
Oh my gosh.
There's a rooftop, and and you do a little wine tour in it. And that event specifically, if you're more the beginner golfer or whatever, we're playing 9 holes, so less stress, more emphasis on fun and connection. And Temecula is beautiful, and it has a ton of really fun wineries with live music. So that's what we're up to in June. And then July we're back here for 18 holes on July 29th. And August we're back at Arrowwood.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're kind of
hopping around a little
bit, like always. And then I'll be planning our retreat really soon for the fall winter. Still deciding, but it's going to be a really good one. And I'll have more events up soon too for the rest of the year.
Exciting.
Yes.
Can't wait to hear where else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else you're focused on personally you want to share?
I'm just basically focusing on me professionally and personally and mentally, like mind, body, spirit.
Yeah.
Because I think it's really important to always be trying to be better than you were yesterday. And I mean, we aren't always.
For sure, yeah.
But yeah, that way we can, if we take care of ourselves, we can take care of the people that we love most too. You know what I mean? And my family, by the way, I haven't mentioned yet, is always my number one priority in my life, and why the basis of Swing Sisters is a sisterhood, because I have
a couple sisters.
I have a couple sisters myself. I have a couple brothers as well.
Big family then.
So yes, and my focus is also like being able to help them when I can, and just be there for my family and spend time with them, because another thing you can't get back is time. And I've made posts about this, like life is short, and we can get wrapped up in the day-to-day of what we have to get done, and like work and stress, but like you also can't get that time back with your friends and family. So it's good to have a good work-life balance as well. And live a life to your fullest when you can.
True. Yeah. So is family also, or do they golf? Do your sisters golf?
One of my sisters golfs. Both my brothers golf. My brother Max and my brother Tyler are both pretty good golfers. My brother Max he'll go without golfing for a while, and he could whoop my ass. My sister Sammy, she just got into it not that long ago, and she's already hitting a 200-yard drive. I'm like, what is happening? No, she's always been athletic. She's very competitive. She's been practicing, going to the range, and she came to the Palm Springs trip. She was at the Sedona trip, and that's a really cool thing too, is that I get to participate in this awesome game and do Swing Sisters with my actual sister.
Yeah.
So it's really, it makes it way more special. Totally and her kids are getting into golf, and my nieces and nephews, like they go and get lessons here and there too. So it's really awesome.
Oh man, you guys will be competing with each other in no time. The little kids and you guys. Yeah.
Right?
Awesome. Well, before I move on to like some rapid fire questions, is there anything else you want to mention, or?
Really, the only thing I want to say is like thank you to all of those people, and like you know who you are. And I did want to give one more shout out that earlier I was just in my head, and you're
it happens,
you're nervous, you have a camera in front of your face.
It's awkward.
I have a brand that I work with as well. It's called Coco Nods, and Colin and Nadia are the founders. they are really special people that are in my life and have championed me from the beginning and the get-go. So I wanted to shout out to Coco, Nod, Sonati, and Colin, who just had their first baby.
Oh,
and
congrats.
I love you guys, and I'm just so grateful for friends like that. So I couldn't forget that.
Yeah. Well, we love supportive friends and family here. I agree, I wouldn't be here without that support. You know?
Yeah.
And so many of us too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me see what questions I have. I am curious.
Yeah.
Do you like hot dogs?
Well,
I know you're like into your health journey and all that, and I'm wondering if hot dogs fit into that.
okay, I will eat a hot dog randomly.
Oh, okay.
And I am that weirdo that I will eat the hot dog without the bun.
Oh, I've done that when I'm on keto. When I'm low carb, I'm like, no bun, straight.
I ate a cheeseburger on the course this weekend without the bun.
Yeah.
Yep. Because
Patty.
it tires me out.
Yeah.
Another reason I'm so health conscious is because I have an autoimmune disease. And so if I consume like gluten and too much dairy and all these things, I want to close my eyes. I can't get through the day. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's how I'm feeling now that I'm getting older. I'm like, there's certain things I can't eat, and bread is somehow no longer my friend. And I'm like, how? Why?
Fresh made sourdough. That's the only thing I can do.
Yeah.
My
That's,
sister makes
good
it.
for your gut, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, so hot dogs. When you do have a hot dog, no bun, but any condiments, anything, or just plain?
I go all out. Usually if I really want a really good hot dog, I love mayo, even though I don't eat a lot of it.
Yeah.
So every once in a while, I will literally put mayo, relish, mustard, and ketchup on my hot dog.
All out.
Because I like my bun to be moist.
Okay. Moist enough.
Nice and moist for the wiener, you know what I'm saying? There she is.
Oops.
You can take that out.
We love a good wiener. Yeah, Sally. Okay, so let me see here.
Hopefully more like a brat.
Nice and good size. Oh my God, Sally. Okay, let's see.
I had to bring myself out a little bit.
Yeah, no. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Okay. Here's a good question. How do you think women's involvement in golf is evolving, and where do you see it going the next couple years?
Wow, that's a really good question.
Especially since you've been in it for so long.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many more women's apparel brands, and there are. I just worked with the SCGA with a women's invitational with the LAGC, LA Golf Club, which was amazing to have like them put that on. Evelina Chang, she spearheaded that, but it's really cool to see women like that coming out and putting on events for women and the girls. So it was a really cool event. So seeing things like that, seeing so many more women's apparel brands come up, and women like to look good. And I think that's really important. Like, you look good, you feel good. And all of the old golf apparel was not appealing to all women. It was just a specific demographic. And so now women getting involved in creating their own apparel for women, that's a huge game changer. I think that the apparel was created by men for women before, and it just wasn't the same. So that's huge. And just seeing more women becoming golf coaches, I feel like there's not enough women PGA instructors or what have you out there, and I think that because of golf evolutionizing, we're going to see more and more women instructors popping up and hopefully taking over the country clubs and the golf courses as instructors, because I think that's really that's important. As women, as the sport grows, we need more women instructors too.
I agree. I would definitely love to see more women instructors. I think our bodies in general move differently, and it's nice to have an instructor who who can understand that.
Our brains think differently.
That too. Yeah.
That's why I always wonder, why are you seeing a male therapist? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
no offense. There's probably some good ones out there for ladies,
No,
but
just to the men, of course. But
yeah.
it's definitely a different experience.
It is.
Yeah.
From different planets.
Yeah. From Wienerville. Okay, let's see. Who would be in your dream foursome?
Oh.
Living, dead, famous, regular.
Oh my gosh, I've been asked this before. My dream foursome. It could be anyone.
Anyone.
Wouldn't even matter.
Fictional.
Okay.
Real.
Okay, well, I have to say, just because he's all the hype right now, Bryson DeChambeau.
Okay, yeah.
I have to. I have to put a pro player on there. Okay.
Yeah.
I just love what he's doing for the game. He's also like evolutionizing it with the YouTube and making it more fun and stuff. So I love that. And he's also not bad to look at. And he hits a bomb
Handsome guy.
down the fairway.
Yeah.
And then I would say probably, oh my gosh, this is so hard. I'm gonna say my grandfather.
Oh, I love
He
that.
passed away in 2021, and he never saw me play golf.
Oh.
Yeah, and he was the one who introduced me to a club the first time. So my grandfather, Bryson, and then holy moly, who would be the other person? I have two men in my foursome, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm growing women's golf.
I wasn't going to mention that, but
Well, I'm single.
It's your foursome. Yeah, it's your foursome.
I'm also single and ready to mingle.
Right?
I'm just kidding. Gosh, I want to say, I can't even think of who I would put as, there's so many amazing women out there. So I'm just going to go with Celine Dion.
Oh.
He hates it. He hates it so much. He's like, not that woman. I just saw her.
She's vibing on the course.
I just saw her with her sons. She's a little out there, more than a little. But I have been
equates to a good time.
I've been a huge fan of her since I was a kid, and her music helped me through a lot of things. And I've been to her concert a few times. And it's absolutely incredible. And I know that woman loves to sing. So if I brought her out on the golf course, she would sing for me in person. So that would be...
At every tee.
Yeah, it'd be pretty... That's a pretty eclectic foursome.
That's an interesting
I wish that you said like a 12-some, but...
Gotta keep it small. I love that. Celine Dion, yeah, she's... I've been seeing her on either TikTok or Instagram. She's been golfing, which, you know, I know she had like a little health issue and all that, so it's good to see that, you know, someone with a chronic illness can still come out and have fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, I love that. Oh, do you have a lucky charm or ritual before a game?
Oh, no.
No, don't even think about it. All vibes.
Yeah, it's all vibes. I like music. Do
golfers carry kind of like little charms and things like that? I know in other sports they do, but
I know that's
you don't really hear that too often, like a rabbit's foot or a lucky sock, nothing like that. Yeah.
No, I maybe like a marker, a ball marker.
Ball markers. I think I've heard of that. Yeah.
Maybe that.
Okay, but not you.
No.
Raw dog it.
Yeah. I raw dog life.
Raw dog life, yeah.
I don't even have a phone case on my phone.
What?
Yeah, girl.
If you could play around anywhere in the world, where would you play?
Well, I would take it to where golf started. Scotland.
Of course.
Yeah, let's go play St. Andrews.
Have you played there?
I have not. Some of the sisters have mentioned wanting to go overseas.
That would be amazing.
So we're thinking about planning a trip.
Oh, that would be so cool.
It'd be really fun.
I could see that happening.
I also want to play in Cabo. I've heard there's great golf in Cabo, and I haven't.
Yeah.
I played Desante, or what is it? Desante Bay,
Uh-huh.
in Loreto,
Okay.
Mexico. It's like the only TPC course in Mexico. It was beautiful.
They're all
love.
pretty beautiful
Yeah.
out there. Yeah.
Desante Bay, that's what it's called. You should go play there if you haven't yet.
I do. You know, I've gone to Mexico. I've gone to mostly where my family's at, but I definitely need to start checking out all the coastal ones. Yeah. Writing that down as well. Let's see what else. Oh, okay. I'll say this is the last question.
Okay.
Actually, no. This won't be the last question.
Okay.
This is a good one. Describe your golf game in one word. You know my word, so what would your word be?
Fun.
Fun. Okay. I like that. You are definitely
Entertaining.
fun. Entertaining. That's a good one too. Morning tea time or twilight?
No. I don't like getting my feet wet.
Okay.
I have a hard time hitting the ball when it's wet, the grass is wet early in the morning. So I prefer once the sun's out and it's dried up a little bit, maybe like 10 a.m. And I love a sunset round. There's nothing more beautiful. Oh, this course.
Oh.
When the sun is setting, it is so gorgeous here. It's beautiful.
I'll have to come back for that sunset round.
I actually the name of the club when I first was thinking of names, I almost named my club Sunset Golf.
Oh,
yeah.
That's cute. Yeah, but Swing Sisters is appropriate.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's grown on me. There are some people who make fun of Swing Sisters.
What?
Swinger Sisters.
That. I guess I didn't.
I love it.
Connect
I think
that.
it's hilarious.
There's no pineapple on the logo, right?
No, not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
TBD. I'm just kidding. No. I think things are funny. Like, I have a good sense of humor. I like to mess around. And so when I hear people say that, I'm like, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
I mean, we're swinging club all day, but I'm sure, the haters gonna hate. They're gonna say some shit, but I don't care.
All right, final question. What advice would you give to a woman who's curious to try golf but feels intimidated? And I know you kind of touched on it, but what's like the takeaway you would say?
I would say join a local golf group or league. I would say there's not a lot of ladies leagues that don't require a higher handicap. So maybe if you are local to Southern California, there's plenty. I can't speak to, I know they're popping up all over the nation. But I think it's really important to have community in the golf space so that you're not as intimidated. So if there isn't a local golf club with women, maybe your age or within, the span of 10, 20 years, then I would say maybe you should get a group of your girlfriends together, maybe 2 or 3 or 4, and find an instructor locally, get a lesson together and make that a thing. And then continue to go out and play together, and who knows what that will form. Maybe you'll start your own club one day.
And we've seen it happen, yeah.
Or maybe you should DM me and I can
DM Sally.
I'll give you some tips.
Yeah. You're a lot of fun. I always recommend your club. And a few of the other girls I know, they're all doing a great job.
They are. They're all doing a great job. Every single tribe has their vibe.
Exactly. That's what and I think you and I agree, like try clubs out, try groups out. Some clubs, have a certain personality or vibe to them. If that's not for you, try the next one.
Exactly.
It's okay.
We're all here to win. Like, it doesn't matter. I have members who are, these girls, I don't know how they keep up with it, but they have memberships of like 4 different golf clubs.
Yes.
Because it's female and co-ed. Yeah. So it's awesome. Like, they just they're obsessed with the game and they get to play it as often as they want to and join different communities that they see fit. And that's no harm, no foul. Like, when I see more women's golf groups popping up, it makes me happy because that means we're doing what should be done. We're growing the game of golf.
Agreed.
So don't lead with fear of like, oh, another golf group popped up. Oh no, what's gonna happen? No, you pour into your people and that's all you worry about.
Yeah, and the right people will find you.
Exactly.
And stick around.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm
Big
not
fan.
everyone's like taste, you know. Like, but hey,
And that's okay. We don't,
Yeah.
we don't have to be everyone's cup of tea, right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
Awesome. So thank you again, Sally and Monarch Beach, for having us here today. I love you so much.
I love you more.
Air hugs.
And high five.
We did it. See you guys.